Hey, I'm Shantay Slater.
And I'm Dejah Slater.
And we are wrestlers.
I am 17 years young.
And I'm also 17 years young.
We live out here in Canada.
To be more specific, Ajax, Ontario. And we're basically young wrestlers that aspire to make it to the 2020 Olympics, that is in Tokyo, to wrestle for the weight classes 69 and 75.
We currently rank 3rd and 4th here in Canada, and I'm currently on the cadet national team.
Alright, so prior to us actually wrestling, we played basketball for about 4 years.
About 4 years,
Yeah, so about 4 years, and some may say that we had a bit of a negative encounter with one of our basketball coaches.
Yeah. There's one coach that made a negative comment toward us as a person and as an athlete. We feel like that negative comment gave us the willpower to want to excel in our new sport of wrestling.
Not to really prove anything to him, but more to prove to ourselves that we are more than capable of accomplishing anything that we really set our minds to.
We actually started wrestling pretty late, actually. It was like mid-grade 10?
Yeah, mid-grade 10.
Probably mid-grade 10 is when we were introduced to wrestling, where we kind of tested the waters a little bit, but it wasn't until the end of grade 10, beginning of grade 11, is when we actually dedicated more of our time to wrestling. We went to, we did not miss an after-school practice. We tried our hardest to go to every club practice that was available to us, and yeah.
So basically in grade 10, we were in the same combatives class, and it was actually the teacher, whose name is Stan Zogus, who's currently our wrestling coach. He saw us, and immediately he was like, you girls need to try out for, not even like try, you girls need to just try out the sport of wrestling. Just kind of see how you like it. So we listened to him, and we attended one of the wrestling practices.
Wow. So our first wrestling practice, no lie, it was the most awkwardest thing I've ever been to.
It was both awkward and just tough. It was awkward and tough. It was just the hardest thing I've ever experienced in my life.
We started off by rolling around on the mats and doing cartwheels and some flips that I can't even pronounce. I don't even know what they're called. And then we did this drill called blast double on a line. So what it is, you get your partner and you basically run at them, pick them up, put them down. Run at them, pick them up, put them down. And that was hard because I couldn't pick her up.
I couldn't pick her up either.
And everybody else was just did it so simple, and we can do it. So it's just to feel I don't know, we just kind of felt not in place, we didn't really belong in the wrestling room because we couldn't do a simple task that
everyone
else could do.
Really frustrating.
It was
frustrating. And I remember after that practice, or after our very first wrestling practice, we walked out of the wrestling room and we looked at each other and we both agreed that we were never coming back. We were what? We looked at each other what just happened? And it's it doesn't even matter. We're not coming back. In a discussion, we're not coming back.
Yeah.
And that was basically our first wrestling practice. But to this day, we kind of talk about it. It's how did we end up coming back in the room? It's still a mystery.
We don't really know how we got ourselves to walk back into the wrestling room and try again, because
we were stuck on the decision of never doing it again ever. It was a stupid sport. It was only stupid because we literally had no idea what we were doing.
Yeah.
But we went back, and I think that was one of the best decisions we've made, to be honest.
By far, yeah.
Yeah. So the club that we wrestle for is Team Impact. It's been around for a little over 40 years now, and it's one of the most prestigious wrestling clubs in all of Canada. Yeah. We just started telling them what we think the best part of wrestling is.
Well, okay. I personally think that the best part of wrestling would have to be the traveling and all the new people you get to meet and train with. It really does give you a whole bunch of opportunities. For example, the past summer I traveled with Team Canada to Peru to compete in the Cadet Pan Am Championship, bringing home the bronze medal. I stayed there for about 12 days, getting to train with Team Argentina, Team USA, and Team Peru. It was amazing. So I'd have to say the traveling.
A few accomplishments we've had in the sport of wrestling over our short time of wrestling would be, the first one would be winning the 2016 OFSA title. And basically what OFSA is it's the biggest tournament here in Ontario. It's the biggest tournament here in Ontario. Sorry. Another one would be placing 3rd and 4th at our very first nationals.
A couple other accomplishments would have to be winning the FILA trials, which placed me on the Canadian national team. with that, I went to Peru to compete in the Pan Am Championships, placing third. Yeah.
So, a couple athletes that we really look up to and actually consider them to be our role models would definitely have to be Serena and Venus Williams.
Although we don't play the same sport as them, their drive and willpower toward their own sport really inspires us to want to reach those high levels in our own sport and basically dominate together in the wrestling world.
So, like we were saying at the beginning of the video, we don't really have like a solid explanation as to why we came back into the wrestling room, but it's definitely been one of the best decisions we've ever made. Wrestling has impacted us so much.
It's in many ways, wrestling has honestly gave us a different mindset. For those of you who aren't too familiar with the sport of wrestling, you have to be just as tough mentally as you are physically. Wrestling honestly can mentally destroy you if you let it. Yeah,
true.
just straight up. It's true.
A quote that we really love is "Wrestling weakens the weak and strengthens the strong." We don't really know who it's by, but our coach recites it to us on a daily, and it just kind of sticks with us.
Sorry, there's a quote that we really live by. It's by Muhammad Ali, and it is, "If your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough." This is a constant reminder that, yeah, our dreams may seem big and somewhat crazy at the moment, but that's what's going to push us to really want to achieve those goals. Something that we really want younger and new athletes to know is that it is so important to never give up. Yeah, this sounds actually really cliche, but
Really cliche.
yeah, but that's honestly one of the main aspects to achieving excellence.
Yeah, that's so true. Like, imagine if we were to just remain discouraged after our very first wrestling practice and just kind of say like, forget this, we're not doing this, and we just kind of walk away and give up. We definitely wouldn't have had all these opportunities to accomplish what we've already accomplished. So
Yeah.
I think that's really important. Just don't give up. Never give up.
Yeah, with that being said, we put together a brief highlight clip, and we
Slash
have
video.
slash video, and we have a couple of action shots of us wrestling.
We really want to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to just kind of watch your video and hear our story. It really means a lot. Once again,
We are the Slater twins, here in Canada.
And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Have a really nice day.